We're recording here. All right, so we're recording both ways. You good? No?
No, I'm saying, whose jacket is that?
Oh, pink.
Pink one?
I don't know, but it'll be got. It's not raining.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're here. Welcome, everybody. This is a pop-up Practical Smokers. I'm doing it with some of my homeboys, also known as the Real Husbands of Wine Club.
Yes, indeed.
There you go.
To my far left, I got TJ the Fur. I got to my next left is Mark.
Everybody, what's up?
To my right, I got Carl. And of course, I am your host, Cole. Today, we're just going to cover some simple topics. Today is actually Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday.
We're at the House of Ferg.
Resurrection Sunday.
Resurrection Sunday.
Yes.
You know, womb to the tomb, but the tomb was empty.
It's empty. He is risen. He is
The
not
BMF line, womb to the tomb. But next to that, man, how you gentlemen doing, man?
Oh, God. Enjoying life, man. Enjoying the opportunity to get out. And weather's great, so.
Okay.
well.
Weather is good compared to yesterday.
Yeah, compared to the
Yesterday was ugly as hell.
Yes.
It was.
Anytime that you can get together with people and just hang out, eat, and drink, relax, chill out, good day. I mean, it's a great day.
And your wife put her foot in them shrimp and grits, by the way.
That's good.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Them shrimp and grits was banging.
I tried to get her to make them shrimp and grits every opportunity.
You
Every
can.
time she talk about somebody coming over, I'm like, you making shrimp
You
and
should
grits?
make shrimp and grits.
You need to lie. Tell people coming over.
Right.
Just
Because she won't make them for me.
Ah.
She won't make them for me.
Do you know how to make them at least?
No.
Okay, well, that's probably not the best idea.
No.
If you enjoy them that much, you might want to,
No.
Right.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. She makes it. I eat it. If we're gonna do some put something on the grill, that's my domain.
Okay, the grill is your domain.
Yeah, the grill's mine.
Gotcha,
But she won't let me get on it because I was trying to put the salmon on the grill today, and she was like, "No, I'll put them in the oven."
Jesus.
Is there a backstory there?
Yeah, I mean, hold on now. I don't know. Maybe not everything you make on the
Right,
grill.
yeah.
I don't know.
No, don't go.
Yeah, I got a whole lot to unpack.
Right. Is there something we need to know about?
I go near that grill. Not today.
Is there a salmon story?
Oh, no.
Don't sit on the
Don't
grill.
let
She
it be
said,
there.
we got company coming over.
Right. So
Other
like,
people got to eat the sandwich.
so life has been grand. Everybody been doing their thing. This is y'all first time
man.
on the podcast.
Yes.
I did it years ago. We revamped it. This is the new look and approach.
Okay.
Y'all came down. Y'all got to see some of the lights and the setup and things like that.
I mean, you're doing it real big. You're doing it big.
Lighting is immaculate.
Yeah, so like this.
This is at Resurrection.
Yes, and it looks good on there.
Sunday
See,
lighting,
so it
man.
makes a difference of how it looks on
man.
screen.
It's bringing out the coral. This sweater.
Man, you good, man. You good, man. I'm actually a little warm, believe it or not. I done got hot. But so we're not really just talking about anything, just what we do. We all married to beautiful women who are all upstairs, who just made us hide 150 damn Easter eggs.
In the midst of 20 feet.
30 square feet, 150 eggs. Talking about it's going to be fun for the kids.
Right. And the kids didn't find half of them.
I don't even think the kids cared about them.
No.
Let's be real. The kids didn't even give a damn.
No. They didn't.
But
Easter
egg hunt.
Something to get them outside.
Right.
Get them running around. And I thought they were going to be ready to go to sleep afterwards.
They ain't even sleepy.
No. And they sit up there talking about, I got $12.
That's their takeaway.
Right.
That's their
Right, he
takeaway.
is risen. I got $12.
It's like Easter all over again.
Right.
I got a question. So when did the money and eggs thing start? I remember like the Easter egg hunts I did when I was a kid.
You had quarters.
I had a penny of quarters.
Right, I ain't no dollars.
Nothing
It
that
sounded like a
folded.
rattle. The eggs
Right,
sounded
right.
like a rattle, but like cash.
I think it started when we moved to Atlanta.
Yeah.
When you moved to Atlanta.
Right.
When we got to be old enough.
Right, when you got this in Atlanta.
Yeah.
When we got to be old enough to do it, that's when it started.
That's exactly when it
Right.
started.
Because our parents wasn't doing that.
If so, it was definitely changed.
Somebody got $10 in the egg.
Oh,
no,
right.
his parents would have been
What?
like 10 eggs.
Your parents would have been like,
The price of eggs.
I'm going to hold that for you.
I'm gonna get that $10 to go buy me a dozen eggs. That's the price.
But
of
that's
eggs.
right. A dozen of eggs is $10, right? So at least we did have. What's funny is V had them at the house, right, in the plastic. I thought they were dildos. I'm gonna show you all the picture. They look like dildos.
The egg.
Wait,
Yes.
she took them out
Yes.
the bag upstairs.
They were in the bag, like a half a sleeve with a gold tip. I'm like, yo, what the?
I saw
These
them
are for Easter baskets. Who the hell you giving these Easter baskets to?
I mean, but a dildo that big?
No, but they were lined up.
They were lined
in a
up.
sleeve.
I would say, obviously, you ain't been to the store recently. They got a much bigger than that, buddy. They got a much bigger than that, buddy.
I'm thinking lengthwise, not
all of it. Oh, boy,
okay.
the circumference on them bad boys, like,
right.
Yeah. Yeah. They be having two-headed dildos now.
Really?
So both can enjoy pleasure if it's two women.
Oh.
Yeah, obviously, you and dildo 1.0.
I'm not shocked by that.
You and dildo 1.0 apparently.
But could you imagine a bisexual male?
No.
And
what is that? I don't know what that is.
No.
What's a bisexual male?
There you go.
Somebody like both sides.
Like a woman that like both sides.
No, a male that likes both.
Oh, you mean gay and greedy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gay and greedy. Gay and greedy.
There you go.
He gotta be gay and greedy.
That two-headed dildo, would that work for them too?
I guess they were back to back, or butt to butt.
I really don't want to think about it.
I definitely wouldn't want to see it.
I would not see it.
No. You know, it sounds doodle friendly as I don't know what.
I'm upset.
Not friendly.
You just got exposed to it. You just got exposed to it.
I think Mark is mad he's sent by you.
Right.
Speaking of which, you running for office.
So you went from, I never heard of them, to what if they did? Like,
Hey, I mean, it's a business opportunity.
So now that we know you're a man of the people,
can I get my campaign?
All votes
Can I get a
matter.
refund on my campaign?
No, you can't.
so it's a lot of jokes and all this, but TJ actually is running for councilman in the city of Mableton, Georgia.
Not just running for office.
He's in a runoff now.
In a runoff.
Right, he's in the second step.
Yes.
What is that, 18th of April?
18th of April.
So it's coming up.
Early voting starts tomorrow.
Okay.
It goes through the 14th.
Okay.
There's 2 locations that you can early vote, and then your normal voting precinct will be on the 18th. Now, here's what's also interesting.
Okay.
Tuesday.
That politician boy got turned on quick. So how about two-headed dildo? Now. That is relevant to the story. As we're talking about the city of Mableton.
We're talking about
and all the wondrous things that Mableton does for the community.
Hey, I'm telling you, business opportunities. We're all about business opportunities.
Okay.
But there will be a debate on Tuesday.
Okay.
The 5th. Yes.
Okay.
Tuesday. It's going to be over at the Grace City Church, 6 to 8. It could be very interesting. Let's just say that the last one that I was at, blows were about to be thrown.
So what were some of the topics that went on at the last one that you think are going to come back up?
Wait, so is this? So the last one you were in that debate, or this? Is the first one? So
I was there.
Okay.
It was for one of the other districts.
Got it.
But I just happened to be there.
So this is your first debate.
This is my first. We've had some online forums, but this will be the first time that we'll kind of be person to person and just kind of answering questions. Some of the topics: de-annexation. There's a whole group that doesn't want to be a part of this old city of Mableton. So that's a big topic. Taxes is another big topic.
So you say don't want to be a part of Mableton, like they want to create their own city?
No. So when they built the map for the city of Mableton, they included Mableton plus unincorporated Cobb County. Some areas of unincorporated Cobb County, unincorporated Smyrna, unincorporated Austell, and they put them all together into building Mableton. Mableton is going to be the largest city in Cobb County.
Wow.
And it's
larger than Marietta?
Yes. So we've got about 77,000 people that are in Mableton. Marietta is next with 51,000.
Really?
And then is Cobb, is that the largest county in Georgia?
No, I thought Fulton was.
Fulton.
Fulton.
Okay. We're the second largest, but we've got 770,000 people in Cobb County.
Wow.
And one of the biggest things that I have to explain to everybody is 770,000 people are being governed by 6.
Out, didn't it?
Okay.
But 10% of them are in Mableton.
They're being governed by 6 people.
Okay.
There are 6 people that are on the board of commissioners. We're now going to bring that down to where 70,000 will be governed by 7.
Okay.
Because we'll have 6 districts plus a mayor.
Got it.
So now I can go here, what my neighbor's concern is, and I can take that up to the mayor. I can take it up to the Cobb County commissioners, up to the state, whoever. Where the commissioners, they want to, but how can you really govern 770,000 people?
Right.
What's the capacity and bandwidth like? Right.
Well, you also have to understand that in taking that on, you also have to like start a police department. You have to get a fire department, things like that. Correct.
So we're not doing any of that. This is going to be what's called a city light model.
Okay.
So we're going to be, and some people have said this, and they try to be derogatory with it, but it's kind of true. We're going to be the largest HOA because we're going to be concerned with parks and recreation, sanitation, zoning, and code enforcement. Those are our 4 big services that we're taking on to start. Now, we could go and we could get others, but for right now, I don't want to do that.
So who's going to govern fire, police?
So my police, my fire, all that still comes from the county.
Cobb County.
So how does taxes go then, right? Because you can't keep all your taxes and then still utilize county benefits.
So the county is they will lower property tax at the county level, but it has nothing to do with the city. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're a city, whether or not your property tax goes up or down. So to answer your question though, as a city, you're entitled to certain things from the state level, from the county level.
Right.
Ad valorem tax. Whenever you go do your ad valorem tax, a portion of that's supposed to come to the city.
Correct.
Right.
When you do, there's a thing called franchise fees. When you have utilities with that are governed by the county or Georgia Power, whoever, there's a line item on your bill that says franchise fees.
Correct.
So that franchise fee is supposed to be coming to the city, but right now it's going to the county.
Right. Go ahead.
And so that might raise, we might raise that a little bit, but as far as taxes go, there is no city tax.
There's no Mableton city tax.
Right.
So taxes that raise are going to be Cobb County taxes.
Right.
Potentially.
And that's not going to be, this is what's funny. The tax commissioner was at a meeting I was at, and she was like, so we have to have everything in by May. Y'all don't get instilled until April.
Right.
So 23, there's not going to be a raise of any kind of taxes based on your city. 24,
that's good.
You probably won't even know what you're doing in 24. So we probably won't do anything then either. And we don't start taking on all these services until at least 2 years.
So how will Mableton compare to the other cities in Cobb County?
So the best thing about Mableton is we are both industrial and residential. So we have the best of all worlds. So we've got opportunity to have homes that range anywhere from, I don't know, $50,000 up to $1 million home. And we have all of that in Mableton. So the city of Mableton is going to be a hotbed because more businesses are going to want to know how can they do business in Mableton? How can they get in on what we're doing here in Mableton? I want to build up everything from the East-West connector down Floyd Road all the way down Mableton Parkway. I want to make that into an entertainment area. I want to bring in a brewery. I want to bring in someplace where you can go to the Mabel House and you can go right next door and you can go have dinner.
Well, how is that affected, like in the city, in the area of Mableton? I won't say city of because apparently that's still up for vote.
No.
It's the city.
City's done.
City's done. Okay.
Yes.
So with Mableton being a city, there is a part with the brewery and all that stuff that is technically located in Mableton. Is that correct? But do they like annex it as Smyrna? It's like the West something. You know what I'm talking about? They got like a coffee shop, a barbecue joint.
So that is Smyrna.
It is Smyrna.
That's Smyrna. That's Smyrna.
Over by where the police station.
So I thought that was
right
past Nickajack Park and all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's still Smyrna.
That's still Smyrna.
Oh, I thought that was Mableton.
No. So
it's so close.
Reformation.
Because it's all veterans.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Reformation Brewery's over there and Chattahoochee Coffee.
Right. So you're trying to do something similar.
Yeah. Something very similar to that. And as you keep on going down Floyd and you start to get into where Veterans is and then kind of goes back and starts turning the Mableton Parkway, all of that is right for a walkable city type of area.
Gotcha.
And we could they're already starting to build some other shops over there. They're already starting to kind of clean up some of that area. But again, we could be such a walkable city, it's ridiculous.
So is Charlie Brown part of Mableton Airport?
That is Fulton County.
That's Fulton.
Yeah, that's Fulton County.
Yeah, right before Mableton Parkway turn.
Yeah, because once you cross the bridge.
Yep, I got you.
We're doing Discovery Mills or Discovery down there.
Yeah,
is going to have an on ramp onto the Chattahoochee. So just think about the whole shooting the hooch sort of thing. You can do that now from that area.
Yeah,
and so that's more area where we can bring in shops, where we can bring in coffee shops, all those different things. These are all things that we should have been getting for the last however many years.
Right.
But the fact that we are Mableton and we have Six Flags, and we have
So Six Flags is unincorporated stuff.
Six Flags is Mableton.
It's Mableton.
Yes.
Oh wow.
See, I thought that was Fulton.
I thought it was Austell.
No.
I thought it was Austell, but
I didn't think it was
I didn't even
Austell.
know that
It
was
was
unincorporated.
Yeah, that was all unincorporated area, but now it will be a part of Mableton. Mableton is going to go from just above the east-west connector down on the west side. It's Powder Springs. On the east side, it's Atlanta, and then at the south, I think that's probably Paulding.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, Douglas somewhere right.
Douglas.
Yeah.
Douglas,
So
yeah.
all that's gonna be the bottom, and it would look like a big ice cream cone because it goes in a V at the bottom and then kind of flowers out. So to answer your question from earlier, the whole de-annexation movement has been people. When the vote happened back in November, a lot of people didn't understand. There were some people that they saw it on the ballot and thought they were voting for somebody else. They didn't know they were voting for something that was going to affect them.
Right.
So there's a number of people who are upset. So my big thing is, okay, you're upset. It's kind of time to move on because the city's here. Now you need to vote for somebody that's going to take care of you.
Okay.
So de-annexation is a big thing that's on there. Taxes is a big thing that's been asked about. And how are you going to look at doing business development?
Right. So a question for you. So when you talk about that, business development and, those things, sound, very intriguing. So the brewery, the entertainment space. So from the role of a, city council person, how are you able to influence that? And then what does that path forward look like?
Great question. So the big thing is we have to make Mableton look that much more attractive. The best way that we can start that is with our zoning laws, which have been kind of antiquated. Then, of course, working on code enforcement, because if the city doesn't look good, nobody's going to want to try to open a business there.
Right.
But at the same time, when you open a business, you need to know that your city government has got your back. So, great example, there's a pizza shop that's over on Veterans. And in the pizza shop, it used to be a gym with 2 levels. And the people who bought the area at the beginning of, right before COVID, went in, opened up the basement, and it was rat infested.
Oh, man.
There was all sorts of stuff in there. They were trying to get and work with Cobb County to help them fix it. Cobb County wouldn't give them a license, so they couldn't open the business. They couldn't do anything because they had all these rats down in the basement.
Right.
They were trying to do build outs. They couldn't do it because they couldn't get permits from the county because of the rats. And not to mention, the building is owned by somebody that lives in Texas.
At least they're in the country.
Right.
Yeah.
So it took these guys almost 3 years of owning a building, owning space, leasing the space, before they were actually able to open the doors.
Oh, wow.
And that whole time they could have left.
Right.
But they live right here in District 5. That's in Mableton. They said, we want to be able to do things right here. We love this area. So they stayed. So now the business is open. The pizza's great. I mean, the people are awesome.
And they use the rats for meat.
And
Save money.
Right.
That's sausage.
That's
Get
the
the spicy vodka. Get the spicy vodka pizza.
Exactly.
I was talking to somebody yesterday talking about, you never had squirrel? Squirrel is tender. Oh, no.
No.
I don't eat no damn squirrel.
No.
Do you
I'm from the
have
city.
indoor plumbing? Do you have indoor plumbing?
I'm from the city. I'm not eating no
So is like your end game councilman? Are you looking to possibly be more than a councilman, or you haven't really decided?
I haven't decided. My big thing is I want to only do as much as I'm allowed to do. As much as God will allow me to do is all I'm going to do.
Okay.
And I've got to be able to touch as many people as I possibly can. So if
Be
I
careful
can't-
with touching people.
Right. I mean, I touch with gloves.
Some people get gloves. Some people get charges.
Gloves or not.
Right. But I don't necessarily. I would love to go and do something at the county level, but that's as high as I would want to go.
You would want as you would want to go as county.
Yeah.
Okay.
When did you decide public office? I mean,
And what inspired
your,
you?
right, your,
What
your
inspired
background
you?
isn't in public office,
Right.
So I did Leadership Cobb last year. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
And I was able to see a lot of the background that goes on with Cobb County. I was able to meet some amazing people doing Leadership with Cobb. And I was like, okay, now that I'm done, what's next?
Right.
And I was talking to a friend of mine who's actually on the school board, and he was like, the whole time that they've been working on this cityhood, he's been telling me all about the good, bad, and the ugly. And so he said, I said, oh man, it's on the ballot. You guys won. It's great. He was like, so you ready to get to work? I was like, huh? And he was like, yeah, so I need you to run for city council. And I was like, well, no, I don't think I can do that. And he said, oh, yeah, you can. So I went and talked to the wife, and I said, look, I'm thinking about doing this, but I can't do it without you. So at the end of the day, if you say no,
it's a no.
It's a no. And she was like, well, if you think you have time, cool.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I mean, there's always enough time to do the things that are right and to do the things that you should be able to, that you want to do. So I went and talked to Bethany. Same thing.
Your daughter.
Yeah.
For those.
Yeah.
For those
Right, for those who don't know.
Yeah. So I went and talked to Bethany, my daughter, and I asked her the same thing. And she was like, oh, Daddy, we got this. Let's go.
Right.
I started talking to a campaign consultant, started to really understand what was necessary. And the one thing that I hate the most is fundraising. And that is one of the biggest things that I've had to do. So I've had to get off my shell. Oh my goodness. We actually, off the strength of friends, we were actually able to raise $22,000.
Oh, good job. Good job.
The most of anybody in all the races, even the mayoral races. And I mean, the Mayor Daily Journal was like, oh my goodness, he's a fundraising machine.
Right.
But again, it's all been based on my friends who wanted to help me, who thought they believed in me, they wanted to see me succeed. So, that's pretty much why I got into it. And I want to be able to, I heard a pastor say at one point, I want to parent in a way where my children want to come home even when they don't have to.
Okay.
So I said, I want Mableton to be somewhere that Bethany can come back to, my daughter, even when she doesn't have to. I want her to go do whatever she's going to do in life. I want people to be able to go do what they're going to do in life, come back.
I parent the complete opposite.
Yeah.
I want you to leave and I visit you.
Right, but how's that working for you?
Not working out well yet. But hopefully I get there soon. My oldest is 23, so I'm
planning
to get it soon done.
Because Mableton is not Atlanta, so y'all folks got to go to Mableton. Don't come to Atlanta.
Right. Yeah. Come to Mableton.
Come to Mableton.
There's a house. There's a home for every type of person in Mableton.
Right. So do you look at Mableton as your forever home?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a funeral plot right out there.
Like literally in your backyard?
Yep, right in my backyard.
You got it right here in your backyard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
TJ goes missing.
We know where he is.
You know where he is.
Yeah, you know where I'm at. I'm here.
Anybody else getting buried in their backyard?
No.
You're not. You got a garden.
I want an unmarked grave.
You don't want to help out the
I
garden?
just want an unmarked grave.
I don't even want a grave.
Right, just put me at sea.
Just throw me. You can leave me in the oven.
Throw my ashes right back there.
How does that work with the HOA?
Right. Is that in your covenant?
He's the president. I'm the president.
That's what I want to do.
He's also
Just throw some lime on me. We'll be all right.
That's terrible, man.
I need a proper funeral. Don't worry. Kids, don't
We're going to put you in that shed that we wouldn't put the eggs in. Put the
Don't
lawnmower.
bury me in the backyard. Don't put me in the same place with the dog been shit.
So cremated or buried?
Cremated.
Cremated or buried?
Bury.
Cremated or buried?
Buried.
Okay, I'm cremated all day. We 2 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. You don't never have to come. You never have to come visit me. Like I never want you to. I'm not gonna be there.
Right.
Like,
That's true.
hey Cole, how are you doing today?
That's true.
You're talking to yourself.
Right.
But if they put you in the urn on the mantle.
I don't even need that.
Right,
don't
I'm
need
just saying.
that.
I don't want
I'm
none
just
of it.
saying.
But
You gotta
leave
be
me in
specific.
the oven.
If I go too quick, I will be in an urn
On the mantle?
On the mantle. Because I want to see what's happening.
Okay.
I want to know what's going on in my house.
Okay, I don't think you're gonna be able to do nothing about it, but okay.
I'm gonna haunt the hell out of somebody.
Oh,
Look,
that's
may
what
not be
he
that
said.
house, though.
My wife said if she passed before me and I may have another woman in the house, she'd be like, who's that bitch? Why is she here?
I'm like, pay no attention to those voices.
Right.
Who's that? Did you know who I am?
Y'all put the ashes above the fireplace.
Right.
The only thing you do is fall.
Right. Fall in the fire.
Burn you up again.
You light up hell again. It's gonna be
that is terrible, ain't it?
Clean you up.
Well, that's good, man. You know, we all. None of us live in Mableton, so you know we do have our extension of assistance, but unfortunately we can only send votes. We can't really vote for you, but we do wish you well in endeavor. And we look forward to you winning, man.
Yeah, congratulations on the runoff.
Getting to the runoff, right?
Because that means you touched enough people.
And I'll tell you, it was such a wonderful feeling to hear your name on the news. And
start over. In positive light. So today we're looking for TJ. If anyone sees him,
he's buried in the back.
Last spotted, digging a plot in his backyard.
Like it's always good to hear your name on the news. I'm like, no, it ain't.
Don't say my name.
R. Kelly ain't want his name on the news.
R. Kelly got a Netflix special. Right. He don't want that name on nothing.
Don't want news, please.
He gonna change his name to Robert while he's in there. I'm going by Robert from now on.
Right. I'm Roberto.
Roberto. That's terrible.
And he gonna be there for a minute.
Well, you know, man, he's got 30 years already.
You do the crime.
You know, 30's a long time.
30's a long time. And he already, 50?
Yeah, 50 plus.
Yeah, he's gonna be there for a minute.
Yeah.
I hope he's enjoying life.
Well, he dropped the album.
I
heard some of it. It was actually pretty hot.
I'm sorry.
There's about 3 songs that was hot as hell.
I still listen to Robert.
Robert dropped
They dropped it about a month ago, right?
Listen, Tupac dropped. All these people drop albums from jail. I mean,
he definitely dropped the whole album.
Really?
Yeah, and then they pulled it. Like, come on.
Oh.
Within like the same day.
I'm sorry. You can give me a copy, right?
I personally don't have access. Let that be known now.
Why don't you get in the office first?
Hit me up when the camera's on. I might have a way.
Right.
I didn't download it, which I wish I did. Cause I just
slide me a thumb
I listen to Robert. If he come on my playlist, I mean, he not canceled off my playlist.
I mean, we can't negate what he did for music.
No.
Okay.
Like anyone else that's come before him.
True.
Like all around, shit. He is the king of R&B.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You know, and arguably the king. We're talking about production, writing.
The Pied Piper.
Pied
This stuff come on.
Which was a terrible name.
It
was a terrible name.
Didn't age well. But you understood what he was trying to say.
So I might, R. Kelly, the aura.
The aura.
Yeah. Like a lot of, like coming up.
Yeah.
When you dating and all that.
Hey, our kids are R. Kelly kids.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. When people like Luther kids.
But I'm not opposed. Like if people like don't listen to him, like I'm all for that as well.
Right.
But one thing I encourage people to do, if you like with the canceling, if you're canceling folks, like do your due diligence on everybody.
Right.
Look at
Elvis should definitely be part of the process.
Yeah, but outside of music, but like cancel like whoever produced these records, whoever is the
right. You got to do a whole lot of
whoever whoever's the book editor, but like use that same energy on everything, like whatever foods you consume, like do that, like look Johnson to Johnson, like what.
So what do you call it? Selective outrage. Selective outrage. That's some powerful stuff.
Mr. Rock had a spoken word with
right. That was it.
People get on their soapbox about what the mass majority wants to.
Right.
I don't listen to that anymore either. And I'm like, but
right.
I just heard you in your car.
Right.
You were definitely just bumping aura in your car.
Right. And you know who was working the soundboard.
Right.
Who was working the soundboard over here too.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
So have y'all canceled anything?
I'm not a big cancel person, man.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm really not.
I watch the Oscars when people are cancel the Oscars. I like movies.
I watch NFL every day. I didn't miss one football game.
Right. I didn't miss one football game.
But I also feel it goes back to what you said before. If you're going to cancel something, it's so many things we have to cancel.
Right.
With the same, if we're gonna do one wipe of a brush, the wide swipe of a brush, we have to understand that everything that the bristle touches needs to be canceled as well. Right. So like we dealing with a situation now in America where the U.S. dollar is degenerating as we're speaking.
As we're speaking.
You know what I mean? You're talking about the feds have announced they're going over to a crypto type system, a digital not crypto, but digital currency called FedNow. Right at the brink of the death of the stabbing of the Cash App founder. You see what I'm saying? The dude, one of the founders of Android.
Right.
You know, they're trying to go to a cashless system. One thing that you can do in a cash system is you can trick up the numbers.
Right.
You know, you can play with the numbers different because you have to have a tally of what you print.
Right.
That tally has to be there.
Right.
It has to go through a service or process of the person A who gives the sheets of paper, the person Z who says these are the bills off of that paper.
Right.
You know,
that's why money goes in and out of circulation.
Correct.
But now when you're saying digitally, all I got to do is it's a sequence of numbers.
That's all you do is add.
Just add another number.
Like the movie Swordfish.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the movie Swordfish.
Yes.
They took a penny out of everybody's account every month.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Can you imagine that?
Or office space. You're like, how does money get in my account? You're right. It works.
But you know, so we are going there, you know, with the rest of the world kind of not backing the U.S. dollar anymore. We're going to feel a pinch.
I mean, the rest of the world is laughing at the United States.
Well, in a lot
of senses.
The problem is that we try to control everything.
Right.
You know, and we don't really keep. It's what I say. Don't throw rocks in a glass house.
Right.
You know, and we've been doing that for centuries.
Right.
You know, definitely decades.
But we're trying to, you know, when the euro came out, and everyone's like, oh, okay, well, all these countries are going to join in, and so now the U.S. is like, well, we're strong enough to put out digital currency and think the world is going to.
But everybody didn't jump on the euro train.
No,
right.
You know, when
and
they thought they would, right? Because the euro, when it first boxed out, it was some money.
Yeah.
You know, it was like $1.37 per one of our dollars.
Yeah.
So you go there and lose money on a plane ride.
Right.
Right.
Come in like, I got $1. I got enough.
No.
You got 68 cents.
I ain't got enough.
You got a shark.
It's like when you go to Jamaica and be like, yeah, can I get, wait, does that Big Mac special say $987?
Yeah.
$987 for what kind of Big Mac is that?
Yes.
$3.
A Jamaican Big Mac.
Right, a Jamaican Big Mac. I remember when I went to ATM, I went to Kingston. This had to be like in 2001, 2002. I called myself going, I'm going to get some Jamaican cash. I'm going to go get me some cash. Would you like 10,000 or more? Sir, you are definitely looking at the wrong account.
What's the account that you look at?
This is not an option. The minimum is 10,000.
What card did I put in the machine?
What bank of Kingston is this? This is a rich bank. Then I found out that they gave me Jamaican money that it made sense.
Yeah. $20.
That was right before I walked into the McDonald's. So I left, I was like, well, I'm not getting any money out. I want the McDonald's. $987 for a McChicken sandwich? I went back outside and said, now I understand.
Right. I understand.
Let me go get my $20,000 out of my
Right. Let me drop this receipt.
Right.
Let me hold on this receipt.
Number $200, I got $20,000 out. The number just didn't feel right. I'm just going to look it over my phone. I've never been so nervous to walk around with $200.
I don't have no gun. I'm not. This is not a robbery.
Man, all I'm thinking, I got $200, like 20,000 solid. That's just so damn scary.
But yeah, like I said, it's other people, other countries are laughing at us.
Yeah.
And our dollar's going down the tubes.
Yeah.
And I don't know what turns that kind of around. We thought it was, the Trump effect. We thought it was the Obama effect. Now it's the Trump effect. Now is it the Biden effect?
You don't even know.
But isn't it?
Biden is sitting there like this.
Yeah, right, sitting there asleep.
And I'm no politics are not my forte, but there are, Asia or the other countries that are
definitely China bucket.
China, like they're joining together to get their own currency. Right. So I mean, it's just a push.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's going to even itself out.
Right, but who are we going to join it with?
Well, first of all, we owe China so much money. They tired of us.
And look, and it ain't going to be worth nothing.
Right.
Well, y'all
you know what? Right. Matter of fact, look, send us the firstborn. We have room again.
When we have room again.
Right, we have room again.
We're changing the names of all your cities.
Oh, wait, I just have one die. Yeah, you can send it to me.
Right. That's a mess. But, but it's honestly true that we got to deal with that, and I'm looking like, okay, what does that mean to our children?
Oh, my goodness.
Right? So our children are coming up, all of us going to have working children in 10 years, right?
Right.
Because Hamilton, how old? 8? 9. So 19, yeah, we got working children in 10 years, right? So what are we setting up? Like, what platform is available for them? Like, I have a friend who's really into money. He's like, it's time to buy precious metals, man.
Right.
This is the time.
Gold,
silver. You out here, you better start buying precious metals and shit like that before this money change.
Yeah.
He said, because when your dollar drops,
That still
Yeah.
has
The
value.
dollar dropped.
That still
Right.
has
The
value.
gold still has whatever value, whatever country, you know.
Right.
And he gave me a couple of other things I share with y'all. There's different types of digital currency. He's a black dude I've been knowing for quite some time, and he tried to put out his own cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't catch, you know.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
How do you create a cryptocurrency?
Well, you first of all you have to be very, very good at coding, right? Because you have to make sure that is non-penetrable.
Mhm.
You don't want a situation where people could just be like, "Well, I got 50,000 bitcoins."
Right.
50,000 bitcoins. You know, you don't want that system, so you have to be worried about security.
Right.
Right.
On top of that, you have to have some type of a monetization currency equator to be like, okay, well, this has this value, and how that balances out based on how much money is in the pot based
Yeah.
on circulation.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
so it's a lot of factors there. What really made Bitcoin pop so well was it became an avenue for currency to purchase items.
Right. Right.
Most crypto you can't.
Right.
Right.
Once Elon Musk announced, hey, you know what? You got Bitcoin, you can buy a Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, it went through the roof.
Right.
Right.
For paying people in Bitcoin
Right.
and getting part of it. I mean, people were signing contracts, getting some
Absolutely.
of their proceeds.
An NFL player got his whole
NFL.
contract. He's
Yeah,
mad as hell
I
now.
mean,
Right.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
mad as hell right now.
Right.
I mean, but it's still the valuation is all of what you put behind it.
Right.
I mean, it's not tangible
It's
currency.
definitely not.
So it's like art. If enough people with influence have it, it has value.
Like
Or
Eddie,
want it.
right. Because like Eddie Murphy made he was in an interview, the Good Times picture.
Mm-hmm.
He said he has the original.
Right.
Mm.
It was one that was a replica that sold for $15 million.
Oh my goodness.
The replica, signed replica, sold for $15 million. He has the original. He said he bought for what, 25,000. So imagine that.
Right.
Oh my
Now,
goodness.
So
I
the,
would
the
miss
valuation of his versus it's almost flipped because he has the original. Someone paid for a replica of $15 million.
Right.
Now his valuation goes way beyond.
Correct.
Right.
Because if they had bought his, maybe they wouldn't have bought it for $15
Right.
million.
Right. They might have paid two.
Right.
I mean, and it's, do you have the right person who is ready to make a purchase
Mhm.
that has the money
Mhm.
at that point?
Well, you know, that value is created,
Right.
Yes.
right? Value is a created currency.
Mm-hmm.
So something that may be worth $5 for you might be worth 50,000 to him, might be worth 500,000 to him, may be worth $5 million to me. It just depends on what it is.
Right.
So that value that's created is really what's everything. And I hate to admit it, Trump is really good at that.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, that's his
He's
job.
really good at
was
that.
his
he
job.
really is.
He's really
He
good
really
at
is.
that.
And you know,
He made millions on selling T-shirts after getting arrested.
Up his mugshot, he made his own mugshot.
Isn't that amazing?
right.
Amazing.
I mean, he's a smart dude.
$35 T-shirt,
He's a businessman.
$16 million.
He's a businessman, and he's always going to bet on himself.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you, if you don't have enough faith in self to make things happen, I don't see why anyone else should.
Right.
You know, I really feel that
Yeah.
way as a person.
Yeah, and it's funny because that's the same kind of, we're kind of going back, but the same thing that I was told about my campaign.
Mhm.
If I'm not willing to put in the work,
Mhm.
and if I don't have enough faith in myself, I can't expect you to.
Definitely.
I can't expect anybody else to.
Definitely can.
And you know, so that's something I'm learning about myself,
Mhm.
even through this whole process. So, but wait, we were talking about canceling.
Oh, yeah.
Would you cancel Bill Cosby?
Watch Cosby Show.
Yes, we on.
I watch Cliff and Claire every day.
They put you on camera.
You gonna ask me on in front of everybody? Everybody? The whole network?
Right.
Yeah, like as far as like as far as for the Cosby Show itself, like that content. So for me,
Character.
like as far as for Bill Cosby himself, like when I seen that stand
William H.
Right.
amazing. Bill, I mean the Cosby Show. Like that for me, that's like the blueprint of my family. Like when watching my father, my mom, and dad, because my dad's military guy, but we didn't have a whole lot of means and all that stuff. But as far as for seeing and having that vision for what my family could be, like how they could be structured, that's the Cosby Show all day. Like that's the Cosby Show all day. Like how I interact with my kids, that's the Cosby Show.
Did they not have like any single mama shows? Or Thea? Remember Thea was
the
out.
only single mama
Thea was
show.
the only single
Thea
mama
was the
show.
only single mama show.
Raj.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
What's
Right.
happening?
Right.
What happened? Right.
What's happening?
Oh, right.
Yeah. Mama, whoever.
Wait, what? 227.
No, she had
No, they
had
tall dude
there
down
was some
there.
single mamas in the building.
Right, it was Jack Kane. She wasn't even a mama.
Right, no.
She was a floozy.
Right.
She was a town floozy.
And then the cute, like the cute little black kids, the cute little bad boys.
Right.
The white folks are snatching them up.
Oh yeah,
Right. They were getting adopted by We ain't had no adoptions. The black family adopted.
Right. That's terrible. About different strokes.
They grabbed everybody.
Even in what's the Facts of Life?
Facts of life.
Right.
Were they like boarding school
They were at
girls?
boarding school up upstate New York. Yep,
Yeah.
that was it. Mrs. Garrett, and she had
So
one
we
black
went,
girl.
we went from barely making it no parent black households to the Cosbys.
Right.
So that was very impactful for our culture.
I mean, and that was what we did every Thursday night.
Right.
Yeah, man.
You watch the Cosby Show, then you watch A Different World.
Right.
And like that
Different
was
World really what made me even think about going to college.
And look, it made me think about it, but then I had that harsh reality when I was talking to my guidance counselor. And I was like, you know what? About my junior year, I said, I want to go to hell, bitch.
She was like,
Hey,
go back home.
there was an episode on the Cosby Show when Pam wanted to go to college. He was like,
said,
I don't know about that.
Right.
I was like, I want to go to hell.
Charmaine with the helmet.
Like, that's not
Pam with the CUNY. Pam with the city university.
It's in the streets.
Right.
But like, there is no helmet.
But I didn't even realize, and this was my own ignorance, and I'll have no problem saying this. I didn't realize that Hillman was an HBCU. I didn't understand
I didn't even know it was a college.
that whole concept.
It's not real concept.
It's not real.
I'm gonna do a shameless plug. It's Hampton University. It ain't no Hillman. I'm gonna tell that.
Okay.
In Virginia, there's a few black colleges that deserve to be recognized. Virginia State, Hampton,
We got
and
Norfolk State. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right,
Virginia.
right. That's it. That's pretty
That's all
much
we
a
need to
wrap.
talk about.
Yeah, Union, we don't even discuss
Yeah,
those
Virginia
people.
Union.
They just old.
They still open.
They're the Morris Brown.
They're the Morris Brown.
You know, so like when you think AUC, more you be like, what's that other one? That's Virginia Union. Okay, yeah. See, so wives they tend to yell while you're on audio,
Right.
So like they can't,
Right.
it's okay.
They want to be.
It wouldn't be my wife, but every wife.
Right.
The wife of the Dude and Dope podcast is the one who yells in the background.
Right. Just so everybody knows that she's a real person.
There is a way to text, but we don't text.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Jesus Christ.
What you said about that packet?
That is terrible.
But where I was going with that was I didn't necessarily understand the concept of HBCUs when I was watching the Cosby Show, when I was watching Different World. Because
You didn't recognize everybody was black.
I recognized that everybody was black, but I didn't understand that
It was like Will Smith show to
an
you.
It was a
HBCU,
college.
It was like the Fresh
that
Prince.
there was a thing called an HBCU.
Oh,
No,
college.
I mean, I could have, like, my brother, so my mom went to Virginia Union, but she never told
Oh.
us.
I'm.
But just
Oh.
Virginia.
Oh.
Like,
Oh, you talked about Virginia. Your
Right.
mama went
I
there.
know.
Oh, oh. This next show gonna be like this.
I know. So
I really with a big
Virginia
Virginia.
Union
right.
is just as good of a college as Hampton.
The real VU.
The real VU. The original.
And then my brother got into Clark, Atlanta, and I came to visit him. I like you. I was like, no one said this was a place where it was
Black folks.
right.
Right.
So
Nothing but black
you get to campus, and I'm like,
What is this?
ain't nothing but black folks.
I'm from LA. You think I saw it?
I'm like in Brooklyn.
Right.
Ain't nobody
I
talking
didn't
about
see it.
I need to know how you came from LA to.
Well, at the time, my girlfriend at the time really thought it would be better for me to live, right? So I was on the plan. I was on the path of death, honestly. And her mom applied for me to go to college. And originally, I started at Howard. I don't know if I told you, but I started that summer program at Howard. But I just couldn't afford it.
You made the right decision, though.
I couldn't afford it. And then Hampton was too far away from anything I needed to do. My girl went to Virginia State. I would go visit her on the weekends during the summer. She was like, it's probably cheaper if you go here. The rest was history.
There you go.
I missed housing, so I stayed in a hotel my first semester.
Oh, wow.
And that broke me. All the money I thought, I was like, I'm balling. I ain't worried about money.
Right.
It depletes quick at $30 a day. $30 a day.
No meal
Yes.
plan. He like,
Well, you got to think, hotels was cheap as hell. It was a small town. It was like a Holiday Inn or Econo Lodge or something. I don't remember what it was. It was like $29.99 a day.
Where in Virginia is?
It's in Petersburg, which is about 30 miles, 30 miles south of Richmond.
Okay.
So, easiest way to say it for Atlantans, it's where 85 starts. So when you're headed south on 95, when it splits 95, 85, you're in Petersburg when it splits.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's the home of 85, I guess.
The home of
And so
85.
for those in Atlanta, understand 85.
Right.
You know, because 75 run all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
The 85 starts there. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
But no more. I mean, I'm back to the canceling stuff. I'm not canceling. I mean, it's.
But what does that say about us? Well, does that say that we don't care enough? That we're not going to stand for things to be canceled? That we're going to stand for anything?
I mean,
like, what does that say about us?
Come on. I mean, you got folks. We listen to Motown where there was folks sleeping with everybody, doing all kinds of. I mean, you listen to
everybody. Ain't nobody get canceled for cheating.
I mean,
Bill Clinton didn't get canceled for cheating.
No.
He was getting canceled for lying.
About cheating.
But the problem wasn't that he cheated.
Right.
The problem was that he lied.
Right. You should have just been honest.
Right, but ain't nobody said Clinton. I said Cosby.
Well, you know, he was doing his own thing. But he didn't get in trouble for cheating.
No.
He got in trouble for doping.
Right. Who was that? Who was the white dude? Harvey Weinstein.
For
5 years ago, everybody was thanking Harvey Weinstein for the opportunity in Hollywood.
But even with that,
and they knew he was doing
Harvey
it.
Weinstein. So like nobody's lining up next to him, right? So he's doing his time. He got his individual punishment, right? Terrible dude. Nobody's pulling no movies.
No.
Like nobody. Pulp Fiction still comes off.
Right.
Like all those Miramax movies.
All these movies still on.
They're not burying that.
No, not at all.
You see what I'm saying?
Not at all. Elvis still being seen in
it's on Netflix now. Right. Elvis got a following.
Right.
It's like cult-like, cult-like following. Right. You know, and he married Priscilla when she was 15.
Right.
Right. I mean, he was dating her before. Now they on your boy. What's your boy name from not B2K?
Oh.
Not Mario. What's his name?
Mario?
No. The main dude. We talk Roger.
Oh, Marques
Houston. They on him because when he married his wife, he met her at 17.
He met her at 17.
Yeah, and he's like 40 something. So now she's like 19.
17.
She's like 19, 20.
Oh.
She might be 21 now, matter of fact. Yeah. But she's beautiful. I've seen them multiple times together. Young or not, they're happy. So why is that a fucking problem? Like why does that have to make the news?
I mean, it has to make the news because we are in a society where everything is getting filmed.
But now we're also in a society where we have changed consensual laws.
So we in a society where I have cousins where there were 13 of them. Ain't no way in hell you started having children at 21, 22, and you had 13 kids.
No damn right.
You had kids,
right?
And you were a teenager,
right. Absolutely.
And there's a lot of it's in a lot of people's families.
But
so we canceling.
Yeah,
but see, my thing is
13.
Yeah, see, he ain't your dad no more. Cancel the people. He not gonna be your dad no more. I know. He's one of them. He not gonna be your dad no more.
You got canceled again.
Right.
I used to be my legend dad.
My used to be dad.
We're in such a society that is all about the media.
Right.
So that's why.
Right.
It's news. So I can put it out there on social media. It's gonna get to billions of people. Like that.
Yeah, but now it's rushed to process, right? It's rushed to post.
Right.
So when you do that, you don't have all the facts. So all you have to do on your end is do a simple, my bad, I didn't have all the facts first, pull it back. Right?
Man, they don't even do that.
They don't even do that.
Quick to
It'd be this big. You know, they'll say, real husbands of wine club, whining and dining, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we be like, we was downstairs shooting a podcast. Oh, but that's not what we thought. My bad.
Right, my bad.
That's all we get.
Right. That's page
The
6.
negative connotation stays with it.
Right.
It stays with it.
It stays.
And that's what's bad. Like, people who are found not guilty is not enough.
Right.
There ain't no money in innocence.
And it ain't no money in
no money in innocence.
All the money's in fear is what I say.
Think about it. You just named Trump made $16 million off of a mugshot that's not even real.
Right.
Ain't no money in innocence. Like, we know what it is, but you're not. I mean, if he just put his face on a shirt,
nobody gives a hoot of facts.
Yeah.
Facts don't matter. Entertainment does.
No. Yeah.
That's why the Inquirer's around, gossips around, YouTube, Twitter, all this. I mean, people tweet.
We're in the
so
days
much
of reality TV. That's the problem.
That's what it is.
Yes.
And it's scripted.
And
For
it's
the most
You weren't angry enough.
right.
Let's do
Right.
that
Well,
again.
even worse. They'll see y'all cool, you and him.
Right.
Y'all kicking him, be like, you ain't know he said X, Y, Z about you, right?
Right.
Here, let me show you this right here. Boom, play the thing, the video of him talking trash. Could have been 6 months ago.
Right.
You're gonna, I heard you talking trash about me. I don't even talk to you, nobody. Reignite it. Boom.
Right.
Made for TV.
Money.
Right.
You
Money.
know, and I've done security on those sets.
Money.
And they want you to let them tussle a little bit,
Oh, yeah.
which is dumb.
Because it makes money.
But
So
makes
somebody's
money.
always good to get one
It
strike.
makes money.
It makes money. It sells, it sells tickets. It gets people in the seats. It gets them ratings. And I mean, I can't stand it. But
It's ridiculous.
that's the life we live.
There's a lot of money in those commercials, though. Just so y'all know, they making money in commercials.
Well, and so that's what's funny too. So like when you have the Super Bowl, you pay
Millions.
millions for a 30-second spot to get your thing out there. Same
Right.
thing.
Right.
When I want to be on the Real Housewives. I want to be at the third commercial,
You pay for that.
and you paying for that
You paying for a
because
premium price.
I mean they know you got viewers. They know they got people out there
I
that
got
want to
an
watch this.
audience that's going to watch it.
right. But the unwritten rule is if nobody takes that spot, they do fillers. So you might pay for a $50 commercial, and you might still get that spot. That's why sometimes you'd be like, well, what is this? It'd be an at-home town commercial in the middle of one of your shows because they just had to have a filler, and that's what somebody paid for that filler spot.
Money and everything. man.
Money and everything. Money, power.
Well, I think that's about it. I think we wrapped up a lot.
That's it. All right.
Yeah.
We talked about everything.
Sounds good to me.
That's what you got going on, man.
Not much, man. Just getting ready for the spring and the summer. That's
Okay.
it. You do family
You were on
time.
Homegrown. You don't want to talk about it?
Oh,
Yeah, man.
okay,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, my bad, my bad.
Before we get out of here.
Come on, black man.
You know,
My bad,
your whole
my
family,
bad, the whole
black
family.
farmers,
Black
and
farmers,
enslaved,
The real life hustle.
and you ain't slave. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, so it was great. Magnolia Network, Patchwork Farms, which is a local farmer in the city of Atlanta. Jamila, she does wonderful things, but there's a show. The wife just, was able to find out, get to the producers. We were able to be a part of the third season. The episode is called Hidden Potential. The show is called Homegrown. Check it out. It's on HBO Max, Discovery Plus. But it's really the basis of bringing urban farming into your backyard. How your home make use of the land that you have. And for us, Hidden Potential, we didn't know what we had. We were able to grow our own crops and really just show our families how to live sustainably.
And I didn't know how dope your backyard was until I saw the aerial view myself.
Right.
I was like, dang, they killed it. They just put this here and dropped that there. That thing was dope.
So wait, are you getting sheep? You getting animals back there? Or you
No,
just
we're
doing?
just doing better.
You haven't seen it yet.
I haven't been able to see it.
You
We're
gotta
just
watch
doing
it.
better. We already did the sheep.
And sheep came and ate
Sheep
it.
came for 11 days.
Yeah, they ate up and stuff too.
We already did
They
that.
ate to the creek.
Right.
He's like, I had water back there. Sheep done tore it all up.
So no, we just gonna do vegetables, but 4 or 5 raised gardens, vegetables, fruits. It's fun. It's something to bring the whole family together, and really, we live off the land, and we can eat things that we grow. We're not 100% reliant on going to the grocery store.
Yeah, some level of sustainability.
Yeah.
So when the pandemic hits again,
Veggies at your house.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
We will be at your crib.
Right, we
Okay.
have veggies.
Okay.
So, how do people find you on social media? You like share your Instagram or anything?
Oh yeah, I'm CEQA77 on Instagram. Yeah, that's my initials, Carl Edward.
He got a password. Dollar sign.
Right. Password. Underscore.
So Mark went on an excursion recently on us. Went overseas.
Yeah,
Right.
went to spent a little time on a spirit walk in Europe in Brussels.
So where did you get to go?
I intended on going to Paris, Brussels, and Amsterdam, but I actually got to Brussels and kind of linked up with some of the folks in the community there and spent my whole time in Brussels, right? And it's funny, like we were talking about how people view the U.S. and how people look at us a certain way.
Arrogant.
Right. Not arrogant. One of the things that kind of struck me, people kind of had pity on Americans or a lot
Black
of empathy.
Americans.
Yeah, well, Americans and also Black Americans. Because when I went over, I had the intent of just opening myself up to talking with people, which is something I normally don't do when I travel. I'm like more defensive.
Okay.
But I just anybody I kind of came in contact with, I just talked, had conversations, broke bread, partake in libations, drank with them and all that stuff. But the common thing that as I was meeting different people that they were intrigued about and they asked me about was how am I fearful living in America? And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, all the gun violence, all the school shootings and all that stuff. Like, so within that time, that was a couple months ago when I was over there. Since then, it's been
had like 4 or 5.
Multiple, multiple shootings.
You're like, but yeah, maybe I am scared.
Maybe I need to be scared. They were like, why is it so much guns? I'm trying to explain to them, well, it's the Second Amendment, and but as I'm saying it out loud, I'm like,
it makes no sense.
Yeah, not in the days, so like it doesn't make sense. I'm like, well, it's to protect us from the tyranny of the government. And I'm over here, looking at them, you know what I mean? Like,
well, why you gotta fight your government?
Who's going on?
Right.
And these are, some, majority of folks I'm talking to are like, white Europeans. Yeah. But, and then the other thing that they kind of empathize with, they were like, is being a Black man, like with the police, the police are killing you.
Right. Now, when do you carry the gun?
Right. They're like, how do you feel about this? I'm like, well, it's lit. It goes up, but it goes up. Well, I'm like, why? Like, I'm like, why? Why? Like, why? Right. So it's like that echoing question that was, in my mind and kind of shifting, and because we living in it every day. I'm a veteran,
right.
Coming up as a young dude. Where I came up, from Tampa. Mm-hmm. There's what were we looking at?
We did. I was showing him he was out of frame.
Oh, was he? Okay. I just break the fourth wall.
I just showed him he's out of frame.
Like, what's going on?
Like he leaned out when you start talking about America. Oh yeah.
I'm out of this.
He's like, I'm running for office.
I'm done with this guy already.
Right.
He's not on my campaign. He's not on my campaign.
He's not even a canvasser. Speaking of cancel, I just canceled you. So I'm glad you had that experience.
But just growing up, like we get like exposure to the guns like early on, so it's just like a part of life. You carry it to protect yourself and make sure. Right. But like when you think about why, I just want to.
Right, other countries.
I just want to, have fun with my kids.
Violent crimes are not common in a lot of countries.
Right, you go to even England, like it's only a special police that have guns.
Yeah,
right.
The regular people that walk down the street, they ain't got guns.
Right.
They got hit your ass sticks.
Right.
Yeah. Which like, bah!
Right.
You go to Canada, like it's not that level.
Right.
Not that level of gun violence. You go South America. You go to Mexico. That's a different story.
Well, they chopping off heads even on fences.
Talking about our brothers.
So how can people find you on social media?
My Instagram is Marxism 813 MARXIZM 813.
Now you definitely cancel.
You got Marxism. That's like
Marxism.
I was thinking on that, like maybe that's not a good idea.
MARXIZM.
We fucking up the whole.
That's my rapper name. That's my rapper name.
That's your rapper name.
That's my rapper name. Yeah, my rapper name.
You talking about headlines.
Right. And for those who don't know, he really takes a lot of passion in his picture taking.
Oh my goodness.
So for those who don't know, you do follow his page, you're going to be in for a treat.
Yes.
90% of the pictures look like this, though.
Oh, it's never at the camera.
The look.
There's a portfolio. I'm like, yo, who is with you that took the picture?
TJ, so tell them where they could, get on your website so they can do some contributions, help you get an office.
Yes, www.tj4, that is TJ the number 4, Mableton.com.
Okay.
There's
you got social media. You got social media. You want to share?
TJ4 Mableton on everything.
Okay.
Find me. Instagram. Even though I don't have a contact button.
Not a donut button.
I said donate. I know come away from
you need some Krispy Kreme.
You hungry, Boba TJ?
Donate button.
You should have a hot sign on. That'd be a dope campaign.
That would be.
Yeah.
When I get in the office.
That's it. Hot sign.
Hot sign.
That's it.
Yeah, that donut button to get you there.
Right, right. Well, thank you all for joining this pop-up version of Practical Smokers. It's kind of impromptu. We didn't discuss this beforehand, so we just got on here, did a little bit. But I had a good time with y'all. I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
It was like a last-minute decision to throw the stuff in the car because Sunday's usually my filming day.
All right.
So I'm always like, you remember what you said? We was going to Ferguson. I was like, I forgot, but we're going.
Right.
So I sent out to people, like everyone else, like, look, I'm not filming today. We'll do our makeup day. But I'm like, well, let's see if they want to film, and I brought the stuff.
There you go, man.
So, of course, find me at Cole D. Parker, Everything Practical Smokers. Follow us. Check us out on YouTube. Next to that, we out.
Peace and chicken grease.